Hey, what's going on, all my sexy 28 awesome subscribers, plus anyone else who is watching this video who is not subscribed. If you are watching this video and you're not subscribed, think about subscribing to me, because we are on a Mullen journey, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. I apologize I didn't post a video yesterday for Taco Tuesday. I was actually a little busy in a later portion of the afternoon yesterday. But going to be going over pretty much what happened yesterday along with some updates. And I'll probably be making a new video later today as well. Hopefully, we're on a Mullen news rock and roll train right now. And hopefully it does continue. But we really do need the news out there that's going to really set this thing on a ignition train. I think I said this in Monday's video that I was thinking about selling some of my shares from the right below $3, the mid threes. I even think that I'm holding some in the low and high fours. I didn't close out any of my position yesterday. Even though Mullen did go down yet. Well, we'll get into it, but there's some things that I'm liking on the charts. Let me just say that. Now, from a long-term investor's point of view, that's a whole different story. Full disclosure is that I am more of a swing and also day trader on Mullen currently. But, I mean, hell, if we get the news that we need, which is literally collection of revenue, that these vehicles are actually selling, and this stock soars, I'm actually probably really mentally considering taking a long, like an actual long position. But the long position I had in Mullen from March of 2022 obviously did not work out. Yeah, that position was closed for a huge loss May of 2023. And since then, Mullen for me has been pretty much a day trade opportunity, which has worked out so well. Swing trade is really 50-50. Obviously, this swing trade is going significantly better than my previous one. But Financial Ernie, he did make a new video covering the PR yesterday. This video was actually pretty well done. Financial Ernie, definitely more of a informative YouTuber on like information out there. He doesn't really go over the charts kind of like I do in a way. But still, this video is worth a watch. I got done watching it. And, yeah, I mean, if you are a long investor in Mullen, then Mullen is pretty much positioning itself for success. The problem, in the short case, the bear case, is are these vehicles going to sell? If that goes through, then, I mean, I honestly don't know. I can sit here and I can talk all day about price predictions, what I think, what the charts can say. But I can just say if Mullen collects on revenue, the stock is going to go up. I'm pretty sure anyone can agree on that. Even if you're short Mullen, you can agree the stock is going to go up. Any company out there, collection of revenue, any company out there, especially such a low market cap that Mullen has. I mean, imagine if Mullen collected the $17.5 million they invoiced to Randy Marion. Their market cap is I believe, like 40 mil now, or maybe a little less. So you're talking they collected, like, revenue of half their market cap. The stock's going to go up. It will definitely go up. I'm going to make some money. You all going to make some money. Short's going to lose some money. Woo! Good day. All right, so Financial Ernie, good video. Another good video to watch is really this, because this video is pretty much the talk on the overall market right now. Not the effects of weed on muscle building, but that could be also a good video to watch too. The Y Files, I actually do love this YouTube channel. But Warren Buffett explains why he reduced its Big Apple position. So Warren Buffett pretty much gave a long explanation, which if anyone gives you a long explanation, it's a political answer. It's always bullshit. if you ask me a direct question and I turn around and give you a 7-minute response to get to the answer, you know it's not a good answer. And that's what Warren Buffett basically pretty much did. He said that they are increasing their cash position. He didn't openly say, hey, I think the market's going to crash or correct. But why would you be increasing a cash position if you believe that Apple is going to soar, especially past all-time highs, since they just killed their earnings in a positive way? They just came through with their earnings. It really doesn't make any sense. So a lot of bears are running wild right now on Wall Street as general. But I'll say this: I'm in the penny stock market myself, the penny stock sector. So if the top of the Wall Street pretty much starts pulling back, all the money is going to go in penny stocks. We could see Mullen benefit significantly. So, I mean, is it good that Warren Buffett shedded a lot of Apple? I mean, that's really for you to decide. But just something to keep in the back of your mind about the overall market pretty much out there. Okay, so SEC filings. This is just basically AK. Ooh, hang on one second. We got a couple here. Hang on. So this is board of directors. Growing. Is this for the news? What is this? Hang on. Let's see. Acquiring person. Okay, yep. So this is the PR that they dropped. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So they dropped a few pieces of PR here. Registration securities. Let's see. May 1st, board of directors, the right for outstanding common stock shares. Okay, so I think this basically goes to the PR too. Dated. Yep, so this is the poison pill. Should be the poison pill that Mullen basically instructed, basically protecting long-term shareholders. Okay, so besides that, that's nothing else there. David Mitchery, why haven't you bought any shares? You guys, like, and that's another thing too. If David were to buy shares, whoo, that's another reason to make the stock go higher. But David has not bought shares yet. All right, so yesterday we had two pieces of news. Market cap is above 35 mil, which is positive. Bollinger Motives taps, it's may butcher that word, Amert Fleet Solutions for mobile service and warranty for the company's B4 all-electric for commercial vehicle. And then they also dropped this too, which is basically, I think, is a little... No, it's a little different. So, stock obviously closed in the red yesterday. The last time we got a Bollinger update, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, because when I'm talking about the VWAP, the Bollinger Band, it's actually pretty crazy how Mullen has a stake in Bollinger Motors, and the VWAP, which I've been using to trade Mullen, is the upper and lower band is the Bollinger Band. Okay, so as you see, we got the last update back in March 5th. So about, you're talking 2 months ago, give or take. The stock went down. I don't really think the overall market gives a flying hoot-ha about Bollinger Motors until Mullen starts making money. So Mullen has a 60% stake, for anyone who does not know, in this company. So, and the company is also privately owned. The company is not a publicly traded company. So hypothetically, if this company starts rock and rolling with their trucks, their B1s and B4s, and they start selling, let's say hypothetically that Mullen is like struggling for capital, and maybe David did this on purpose, which I will say bravo, David, if you did, but it would be a good explanation. So let's say if Mullen is struggling for capital and they're not profitable, but Bollinger Motors comes out and they're like, hey, we're extremely profitable. Well, we're profitable for X amount of dollars. Mullen takes home 60% profitability. So it's very important to get this company to be profitable. Can they be profitable? I honestly don't know, guys. Like, I'd like to pray and hope, but it takes companies years. Years. I mean, how many years did it take Tesla to become profitable? What is it? Over a decade? Or actually probably less than a decade. But still, that's a point. I mean, I grew up watching a lot of Shark Tank, or actually not really grown up watching a lot of Shark Tank. Started watching Shark Tank in my early 20s. I want to say I grew up like throughout my 20s to get to where I am in life by watching a lot of Shark Tank. And when you start a business, it's called the 3 to 5 year rule. If your business is not profitable within 3 years, you gotta make a harsh decision and harsh reality. Do you continue to put your heart and soul into something that's not profitable, or are you just gonna either abandon it, maybe try to sell it, which also could be abandoning it, or are you just gonna turn it into a hobby and pursue something else full time? And then, of course, if a business is past 5 years and it's not profitable, it is a hobby. Or if if you can't live on profits. Someone came on Shark Tank and they own a mom and pop store and they only had profits of literally like $11,000 a year. And this was like well over like 10 years ago. That's not a full-time job. That is a hobby. That is like passive income. And the Sharks even said, they're like, look, this is a great little side hobby for you to do. This is not like a full-time job. You can't scale it. So I honestly don't know for the future if this company is going to be able to sell all their vehicles to be profitable. But I really do hope they do. And it would be great for Mullen to be 60% collecting revenue. That's huge. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do a chart review for yesterday. And talk about where things could potentially maybe go for today as well. Alright, so I have not updated any pivot levels just yet for today. But as you see, yesterday's pivot levels were crazy. So pivot levels are averages from the previous day, high and low. If the previous day you had a stock run up by 50%, the next day, the averages are going to be insanely, like, spread out. Because obviously we ran up 50%, so the next day, you're going to have these big, gigantic spreads. Obviously, if a stock went up by 2% the previous day, the next day, the pivot levels are not going to be insanely spread out. So, yesterday, Mullen did drop news. Sorry, I got some PTSD from some guy last year calling Mullen Mullins. If you know who I'm talking about, please like this video and drop a comment. Cause that guy was, I ended up, I'm not gonna lie, I ended up making money off from that guy because that guy was a stock pumper and, I was day trading a lot of the, big rips, but overall, that guy did a lot of harm to Mullen, which was not good. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Lawrence Harge. Oh yeah, and where is that guy, by the way? Yeah, he pretty much just completely disappeared. Go figure, right? So, anyways, market ended up running up. We had such a beautiful day on Monday. Beautiful alcoholic Monday. I did actually have 5 Modelo's. I actually slept beautifully. I woke up yesterday really not feeling a hangover at all. I did go to sleep relatively early. But we ended up having a very, like, just not a runny after market hours. After market, we pulled back a little bit, but we basically just held our gains, which is good. Pre-market opened, we basically pretty much fell off a little bit. The volume really was not that there. And then more so, near market open, you can pretty much see the volume was definitely below the VWAP and below the Bollinger Band. Let's see, RSI. What the hell? Collapse panel. There we go. Okay. market opened, we basically pretty much sold off. Lucid earnings did not go well yesterday, so maybe that had some influence, maybe it didn't, but Mullen did drop news. So I'd really like to say that Lucid doesn't really influence Mullen so much. It's more so Tesla. Tesla yesterday did pull back. Tesla's actually down right now by close to 4%. So Tesla definitely pulling back probably had a little bit of sway, but then again, who really knows? In my personal opinion, the market just really did not like the news that Mullen put out regarding basically, hey, Bollinger Motors, did this. It really wasn't, anything too sexy or great. All you really got to be doing on the day is looking at the 5-minute candle time frame. Hypothetically, I actually did not take any day trades yesterday. I didn't add to my position. I didn't cut my position. I just let, Mullen be yesterday. Hypothetically, you could have gotten maybe into here, but honestly, the volume was just very weak yesterday compared to a lot of the other days. We did have a very, very decent, I want to say, once we did break out a little, I want to say, but yeah, once we did break out of this basically pretty much bottom. This, you can call this inverse. Nah, it doesn't really look like I want to say a V-shaped breakout, but at the same time, it's really not so much a V-shape. Could be at inverse head and shoulders, but regardless, we did break out from our market fall in the opening. I think we were down as low as I think it was like 15% on the day. Let's see. Pretty sure it was we were down about 15, a good chunk. Believe it was 15%. But we ended up reclaiming a lot of this, especially throughout the larger portion of the day, which is definitely really good. Because I remember market opened yesterday, I'm like, all right, this is obviously not going to be a good day. And then we definitely recovered slowly throughout the day. Pretty much dipping right now in this pre-market. Right now it's 8:23 a.m. So we really got to see if we get news or not. I'm really hoping we get some type of... But then again, I mean, we've just been getting flooded with PR. Mullen does run on news. I'm just really hoping that we just pretty much hold this whole range right here. $5 is definitely a key psychological level that we really, really got to hold. We ended up breaking out of $5 on Monday very beautifully. As you see, we're at $5 a psychological level, and we crushed it. We had a gigantic green candle on the 5-minute time frame right here from $4.94, boom baby, all the way up to 518 closed. And then we opened above the 5-minute candle to 521. And then we pulled back and we held $5. So $5 is definitely a good area of support. And yesterday, too, $5 held also. So it's actually pretty ironic. We ended up wicking all the way down to $5.04, which we basically pretty much challenged this candle over here on Monday, which is really bullish. So we ended up bouncing off $5.04, which is a key support area. So write that down or mark it on your trading view or whatever. $5.04. Excuse me. Key support. Or definitely Monday. Let me say Monday. Monday key support. All right, so we really got to hold $5.04. If we fell down below $5 yesterday, honestly, I probably would have sold some of my position for some profits. But I was actually out early afternoon yesterday at a doctor's appointment, and I was checking my phone around 2 o'clock, and I'm like, hey, this is actually really, looking stable. We didn't have as much volume as a previous day, of course, but still, you know, things just were not bad yesterday. So our first pivot level of support is $5.16. That's the S1 on today. The S2 is 458. So where are you? 458, 458. Okay, 458. Third pivot level is 411. And I'm looking at these pivot levels on bar chart. You can just type Google bar chart, BAR chart. It's a free site. You don't have to have an account. And they show all the pivot levels on the day. So obviously the S1 is below the 35 mil market cap. I don't really think we care so much anymore about that. If we can hold the S1 and right below it we have like a failsafe, which is really bullish, really good. We got like two areas of support right here. We got the support from yesterday, and then we got our S1 from today. The only bad side is that if we do go down to the S2, we're down hard. That is like the only negative thing about it. The first resistance level is $6.21. Where are you, baby? $6.21. Come on. 21 cents. There you go. I got to update the Keltner channel, too. That needs to be updated. R2 is $6.68. So, last week, when Mullen went on that 140% run, the next day, we got smacked down at $7.33. That's huge support area. So, the last pivot level for today is $7.26. So, if Mullen does run all the way up to the R3, you're talking, if you day trade this thing, you're talking a beautiful, easily, you can walk away with 10, 15% profits on a day trade or a scalp to really take away from profiting. But even if you're not day trading, you're just holding a swing play, or even if you're a long-term investor, getting back, you know, this much, hypothetically, is definitely good. Scares me a little bit about this R3 because, like I said, technical analysis goes into what we have done, what we broke down from, what we can go to, and $7.33, we basically pretty much hit a wall. Oh boy, what is going on here? We hit a wall last Monday, or last Tuesday, I believe. Let's see. When was this day? 7, Tuesday, Monday. Okay, yep. So this is the previous day. So we went on a 140% run on Monday, April 29th. And the next day, we could not get over. Basically, we had a hard time getting over $7.33 closing. Big area of resistance. So ironically, our R3 is this massive area. If we can break this R3, $10, baby. $10 is the next huge resistance. And yeah, I mean it's gonna it can definitely be a great thing for anyone who is not a short on Mullen. Okay, so what is this? Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the Keltner channel now, because the Keltner channel does matter. Especially, okay, beautiful. Where is, okay, so the Keltner channel, we are obviously above the Keltner channel. Bullish. Absolutely bullish. We have actually been above the Keltner channel now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Hopefully we maintain 8 days. We have not done this in over a year. Ah, God. Now, if you are shorting Mullen, you know what I'm talking about, and you're probably a little nervous, because good things could come. So, KC upper band. This does matter significantly. So, the upper band right now is at $6.68. So we have a lot of room to move up. And like I said, in a couple videos ago, and I've been spot on with this, if Mullen drops the right piece of news, we have a lot of room to move up. I said that, I believe, in Friday's video, and look what happened on Monday. Mullen came out with great news, and boom, off to the races. We end up wicking above the top band. So right now, at $5.47, all the way up to the top band is a, let's see, a 20% move. Nice 20% move. That's awesome. So we have the stuff behind us to really propel ourselves up. MACD on the daily time frame is looking very beautiful, still pointing up. The RSI is still not even overbought yet, still good. Yeah, I mean, if we get the right news, Mullen can definitely move up. So, it's kind of really crazy because if you watch some of my videos over a couple weeks ago, I was kind of really down in the dumps. I'm like, yeah, Mullen is at all-time lows. We are danger territory, and how quickly it reverses. Let's all keep the spirits high, keep motivation. I am not here to tell you to buy or sell. I'm just telling you what I would personally do. And I'm hoping that I have a day trade opportunity today because I would like to make some moolah along with a bunch of you guys as well. So stay positive, and yeah, if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.